Welcome to mail call number 14. Haven't done anything in a while. It's having trouble with this box. And it won't hibernate properly, and it's starting to annoy me, so I'm probably going to reset it again and try again. But in the meantime, I did go to AliExpress and get a bunch of things. So let's take one out of here. And what are we at here? This is a clock. I didn't like the other clock up there because I can't seem to turn the alarm off and do other things. And I will toss this on the floor. So I just love how wires and slices and just come right out of the bag. But this clock here, let's see if we can get the paper out. What's it say? Tutorial assembly link. Woo. The link is correct, cannot be opened, distinguish the number and letter, correct and put the symbol. It's just a different clock. Battery, some big digits, the chip to control it, the board, car, airplane. Wow, that's weird. Looks like a cop car. But we'll be building this. See if this clock is any better than the last clock. So put that in there. Put this aside. Don't need that envelope. Our next item in question, a little thin envelope. So let's see what's in here. I was bored, so I bought some. These are little LED, kind of like the thing you would see in one of those pointing things where you point on a wall. Just the red dot LED. So, we'll see what we can do with them. That'd be interesting. Another thin envelope. Since I busted that power board I was working on, and I broke the one of the power transistors on there. Ta-da! Replacements. I got more than I need. That's right. Ooh, bent lead. Bent lead. You know what happens when they bend the lead? All the smoke is in crooked in the chip. Yep. But 10 of them. So I shouldn't screw up. Now, be able to fix that board and solder on the correct. Now I need to store these away. I happen to have this little guy here. So I'm just going to put these in here. Later I'll transfer them to my bigger container that I have of this type of thing. So another item. This guy here. I got that logic analyzer mini board, yada yada yada, tiny little thing. And I wanted some more of these. Now, one thing I noticed right away on these, and I'm going to have to fix some of them. Here's an example. You can see that someone doesn't know how to solder. Look at this. Oh, this is hilarious. Let's see. You can see the wire is just not even soldered on these. They're just wrapped over the hole and twisted. Yeah, well, that's a project to fix all these, to actually have them soldered. Feels like they're all that way, see? Yes, that is utterly funny. But they can be fixed. And then I'll have a bunch of little logic probes that you can clip onto a leg. But I had to fix all the soldering here. Yes. and put them all back together again correctly. Wow, that ought to be interesting. I can get them off. There we go. Yeah. So these go away for a while. I'll just put them over here. Okay. Now I have this one. I can't remember what this one was. Oh. It fell out. So, when I built this, it isn't working properly. Let's see, that's power for that. That's way too big. Aha, here it is. So, nope, I need the third USB type. Can't even power it up. Anyway, one half of it blinked and one half didn't, even though they're both built the same thing. So something screwed up. So I decided to get a couple more and get the RGB version. Now, I was just looking at the pack here. So let's take the parts out. That's all our resistors we need. And that's our base. This one came with a battery holder, but I'm puzzled by the LEDs they supply. This is supposed to be an RGB tree, but these do not look like RGB LEDs. Not even close. They only have 2 leads on them, so I have a feeling that these guys here are not. I think they're one color. Now, if I go like this, no, not the capacitor. Let's get an LED out here. Now, I wonder if I have one of those around here. I do have up here. So, we need a resistor. And let's say here. And let me turn on a little light here so I can actually see what I'm doing. Boy, these are thin leads on the LEDs. If you got one of these new boards that you haven't pushed anything into them yet, they can act funny. So where's our little LED? What did I just do? Here we go. Positive, negative. And then we need a jumper wire. Jumper wires, jumper wires. Did I have some down here? Yeah, I did. Nope, not that one. This will do. So, from the other side of our LED, I really gotta get a new pair of glasses so I can actually see this shit. And then we're going to need to jumper from the power section to the board. So I need some red, possibly another black or gray or white or some other color here. No, not that lead. How about this brown one? Nope. 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 All the wrong stuff. Don't I have at least one in here? see, blue, gray, nope. So we need a jumper. So we need a lead. With our red. There's a shorter black. You have a nice short red in here somewhere. Yep. Okay. So from our power plus V, we'll route it to here, and ground, we'll route it to here. So a little double check. Power goes in. Plus and minus go to the plus and minus rails. Our resistor jumps from the plus to the plus of the diode, out of the minus of the diode, back to ground. Okay. So then we just need our little power section here. Come on. Wow, that is remarkably unimpressive. Okay, that is interesting. So it is a 7-color LED. Wow, this is funky. So I do have an RGB tree. So these, even though they look like they're one color, they actually have a series of colors in them. Cool. I actually have an RGB tree. Eee, this looks so funky. Of course, I put the diode in backwards, but hey, we can all be experts at electronics. That's right. And this is the little make board. Isn't it handy for doing little prototypey thingies? Ooh, I like it. But that's that kit. So let us put the kit back in the bag so we don't lose all the parts. That could be a bad thing. Now, if you're interested, this is what happens. You put this together like this, and then that goes into the base like so. That's how it works. So basically it's the same as this tree, but a different LED set. So I have now a chance of screwing it up exactly the way I did before. And we will find out. So I'll just put this little LED into here. All the parts. This guy can go down here. And our battery pack. And what did they give us for a power thingy? See, they changed the power thingy. On this one, it was micro USB or mini USB, micro. And this one, they give me battery pack I can hook up, or I could put it up and plug it in this way. So, 2 Christmas trees. Put our cables back in our box. Remember, boys and girls, we try not to be a sloppy mess like this. And all these cables here too. Okay, so I'm just going to put this back up here. So that's our new Christmas tree choice. Now, I was not liking my, oops, where is it? In here. So, these are my old crusty needle nose pliers. I've had them for decades, literally. And I wanted a new set. So, I went and got one Christmas tree out of the way. This. It wasn't too expensive. It was about, I don't know, $12 or something like that, $15. I paid a little extra to get it over faster. And this is what I get. Well, let's take the needle nose out here. Let's see the really pointy ones. Let's see how we work. Not bad. But you can tell it's cheap because there are no teeth in here. Not on this one anyway. So what other needle nose do I have? I have this one, round. I don't know why you have that. I have a little pair of pliers. Yeah, so kind of good, okay, I suppose, but they are actually pretty shitty tools because of this. This one has a grip. You can feel it in here. So that particular one I'd probably use more often than anything. I just wanted a smaller set, right? And what about this one? Yeah, there's a grip in there. So the top row here, yeah, they're usual junk. This one here, yeah, see, all the top row, they didn't machine any properly in here. So, but the bottom row, I do have a little this, but I never use these things. But it would be handy for if I have to cut something that would damage the platos. Now, this was a good buy. They were cheap. We're talking like $2 a pair or something like that. But they were just as good as my Xeon or and others I've seen that go for like $20 a pair. This, maybe, for cutting heavy-duty stuff. And this, yeah, I suppose. I wonder how well it cuts, actually. Do we have something we can cut? Yeah, we have some wire. Here, this orange one. So, let's see. Oh, yeah. Works fine. Yeah. It'll do the trick. It's like cutting those when you solder the pieces off the back. Although I use the Play-Dohs. But one thing I found, I cut with these, and if I don't put my hand over it, or I do this and hold on to the lead, ping! Yeah, and then stepping on them, no. That's not very good. So, but still, one of the best buys I have is this guy here. Now this was cheap too, about $10 or so. These guys here, very, very nice. And yes, you can poke your finger in them and they hurt. But very, very, all metal. They're not plastic. See? No, the resistor is radioactive. Trump touched it. Oh, I don't know. There we go. But this was handy. That was one of the really good ones. And I have the links in the other previous mail calls where I got these things from. So if you want to avoid buying that one, I'll have the links up eventually. And you can avoid buying this one. course, I still have my crusty, trusty screwdriver set. This comes from here in Calgary, actually. What are they called again? Oh, it's a woodworking place down south. I can't remember the name. But that's where these guys, a friend of mine got them for me. But that is it. There are nothing more in my bin of mail stuff. Although I do know that I got notification of a couple other deliveries that showed up, or are to be showing up. It seems the tracking system from AliExpress is in the future sometimes. They'll go, oh yeah, your mail guy got it. You must have it already. Please put 5 stars. And it's like, I don't have it quite yet. So, this is the mail call for December. I might have another one if I go back to work and pick up the mail and do another one, but it's only a couple more items. A tuning thing for the guitar and something else I can't remember. I have to look at the list again on AliExpress. But the rest of the time, so tomorrow I'm going to rebuild the box again. So really I'm putting another SSD into it, and then I'm going to just reload the OS and not touch the existing one. And hopefully see if I can solve the hibernation issue I'm having in here. It works on my laptop, no problem. It hibernates correctly. But on this machine, it doesn't want to work. And I have no idea why. So, that's it for the moment. Adios.